The term social media can mean different things to different people. Facebook and Twitter for some, LinkedIn and Instagram for others. For our purposes here, social media includes not only these sites, but also product reviews, such as those on Amazon, as well as blogs and video postings. Anywhere consumers go online to discuss their experiences with products and services, talk about their likes and dislikes, and post their wishes for what products or services could become. Companies frequently use social media to evaluate the effectiveness of marketing campaigns. They assess media mentions of brands or ads running on TV, online, or in magazines. Some assess mentions of celebrities associated with a brand through product endorsements. They assess the overall buzz around brands that marketing generates. Companies also evaluate social media for potentially useful consumer ideas about new products or services to offer. These activities are very useful. We'd encourage you to pursue them. But the purpose of this webinar is to discuss how companies can use social media to collect powerful insights that can drive innovation. Many companies are less successful at using social media for insights. Companies typically utilize one or some combination of techniques to analyze social media for insights. Sentiment analysis involves evaluating the number of positive and negative comments associated with your product or service. For example, I like this product because, or I really don't like how they do this or that. You count the positive and negative mentions. Word clouds offer another method for evaluating social media. They show the words consumers most commonly use in association with your product or service. The placement of the words looks like a cloud, hence the name. The larger the font and boldness of the word in the so-called cloud, the more frequently consumers mentioned it. Standard measures of the frequency of mention of terms or words is another way companies evaluate social media. In this method, you just count the mention of words or phrases and put it in a graph. Nothing is wrong with any of these techniques. However, none of them actually generate powerful insights. In addition, they rely heavily on how frequently consumers mention something. But as we'll discuss later, you have little knowledge of or control over the sample of consumers who are active talking about your products online. Quantitative methods involving frequency of mention are not the right approach for this type of data, at least not for identifying insights. So these techniques identify what consumers are talking about, but they don't help us to understand why consumers talk about those topics the way they do. In other words, these techniques generate data, but they do little to provide insights. And it's insights that will help you make the most of your social media data for the purposes of driving successful innovation.